we're back, baby! As in, we're back as we took a week off to, do some yoga.
Not do anything.
Do some yoga, get in touch with our inner gamer. I played some Katamari Damacy and just sit there and I haven't actually I haven't almost spoken to you in a week, Scott. How's it going?
That's going alright.
It's going alright. Any big things going on in your life in a week's time?
Not a whole lot. I might be getting a new computer, but that's about it.
Nice. There's a part of me that wants to get a better computer just so I can get some Steam going on. Play some of those indie games that I never get a chance to play because, well, my current laptop is like, dude, whoa, you're watching YouTube? Woo-hoo-hoo! I don't know about that. I have to have my external fan, as you may have seen when we're doing recordings, to make sure it doesn't even get heated even remotely.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, because I am so paranoid since I had my laptop stand burn out on me. I'm just like, I'm so paranoid that, just for people who may not know who we are, maybe this is your first one, you want to start with episode, I think 47 or something?
Bloody Virgins.
Bloody Virgins. I am Brandon. I am the key to the Bloody Screen Podcast. That is Scott. He is the comedy to the Bloody Screen Podcast. And we have two Nicks and a Dustin who are not with us right now. Nicky G, he is off in China dealing with Shaolin monks or something. Dustin, he is over in Kansas dealing with some biker rednecks. And Nick, he's at work.
Actually, he's over in Kansas dealing with dust, because that's all the fuck is in Kansas.
Yes. Actually, I don't even know if he's in Kansas, to be honest with you. I just made up a state.
Right.
I honestly have he said he was out of town, so I'm like, alright, that works. And of course, Nick, he doesn't get an exciting, he's just at work.
He's just Nick.
He's Nick. Me and Scott are here because neither one of us work. I just want to explain something real quick for people the fans of the show, the people who actually subscribe to us on YouTube, the people who are fans of us on Facebook. You may be seeing that there has been a lack of content as of the last couple weeks. I have an explanation for that. I get fucking busy, alright? I'm dealing with college, doing papers and stuff, and being that it's around midterm time, I get a tad bit more papers than usual. And I'm also dealing with work, and I'm also dealing with, I'm kind of just, I'm kind of having fun on my own, I'm not dedicating as much time to the site, and I'm gonna say this right now. We're not, for a while there I was doing I was keeping on a schedule, Bloody Times Tuesdays, Thursdays, reviews on Wednesdays, we keep it to this. And honestly, I'm just putting out shit whenever I got time now. So it's not going to have any set dates. It's just going to be if you subscribe to us on YouTube, if you're fans of us on Facebook, you won't have any problem keeping up with what we do. So, yeah, by all means, just, keep an eye on that. You'll show up and it'll be like, oh, holy shit, there's a review for, yesterday. Just a wild hair up in my ass, put the Final Fantasy 13 review up there. I don't really know if we should ever do any more JRPGs there, Scott.
No more JRPGs.
I don't know. We weren't really giving that one a glorious review there.
Well, it's kind of the same deal with me too. I mean, I'm in school, I work, I have things to do, I wake up like anybody else. I got morning wood. I play with myself and go on my day. But.
Yes, exactly. I get up in the morning. I'm like, I need to, I gotta work out a little bit. I gotta, I need to make something for breakfast, and then I gotta sit down, have my morning little TV. Like this morning, watch some Walking Dead. Finally caught up with last Sunday's episode. Thought that
good.
It was all right. It's better than the 2 weeks ago, but it still wasn't nothing. I mean, this one was just, it wasn't anything that. I don't know. They're not focusing on the characters I really give a shit about, Rick and
then Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl. But Daryl has his storyline. Well, his storyline finally got interesting at the last episode. I was like, oh, thank God they finally put him in somewhere interesting because that blonde bitch was. But anyways, yeah. I'm gonna have to say with the review things, people. Here's how things are gonna work. I'm only gonna review PS4 games from now on. So I will be on some reviews with Scott and Nick, but if there's just Titanfall, that is just going to be Scott and Nick's baby right there.
Yeah.
I am not touching Titanfall. I basically, let me put it this way. This last week where I was trying to play Castlevania, South Park, and Thief, I could not do it. I could not get through all 3 of those games. And like, all right, I basically beat Castlevania. I beat South Park. Thief, I barely even touched. Honestly, there was a part of me that said, Brandon, you should just give, yeah, well, it's more or less, I should just give Thief to you, sir.
You should have.
Dark Souls,
you should have.
yes, I know. Dark Souls 2, as much as I love the game, I'm gonna just have that at my free time. I'm gonna let Nick and Scotty here take that as the reins for the review. So basically, yeah, I'm sticking with PS4 games because there's not as many of them. There will be more of them in the future, but I'm just kind of, plus I want to give my PS4 some love.
And the whole fact that neither of us have one.
Yeah, that too. That is a major fact. And with Metal Gear Solid 5 coming out, the Ground Zeroes, this week, I kind of want to have us have more of a, on the PS4 it looks like this, and this. On the 360, this is how it looks, this is how it plays. I want to give us 2 different perspectives on it too. But I just want to say, and also, it's going to give us a chance as a site to not have Brandon have to be, the review guy. Let you guys do all the reviews. And games that you can't do reviews on, like, that are PS4 exclusives, I'm gonna, basically here's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna give like a audio thing on the Bloody Screen podcast, and I'm gonna do a written one with more details and stuff. So, I just want to let people know what's going on. I have been lacking on putting up the videos and stuff, just because I got busy, alright? Excuse the fucking shit out of me, I get a little busy here and there. I don't know, I'm getting defensive.
I like how you just went like Brooklyn at the end.
I get defensive for no reason. No one's even calling us out on this. I just want to make sure that people know that I haven't put an axe in the site yet. So, just heads up there. Yeah, I know we are behind because I just now finally got done putting up the Earth Defense Force. Scott, you're gonna love my PC again.
Why is that?
Part 1 of Earth Defense Force never happened.
God damn.
Yeah, we only got Part 2 and Part 3 up. Oh God. Like I said, your little love letter to my PC is just so lovely now. I'm just like, hey.
I'll have to put that back on the homepage just so that people know how pissed I am.
It only does it with shit that you're into. Like shit me and Nick do and me and Dustin do. Oh, that shit stays. The moment me and Scott do something, my computer's like, yeah, let's not do that on his second thought. Well, it did do it one time with me and Nick, but Nick decided, we caught it right away, so me and Nick just decided, okay, fuck it, we'll just re-record part 2. But that was only a one-time thing. But anyways, let's move on with the show. Scotty, what have you been playing this week?
Actually, since I don't have Final Fantasy anymore, it's been a lot of Battlefield and a lot of Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's great. Honestly, that's another reason why I'm kind of leaving you guys to do the 360 and the 360 games and I'm cutting back to how many reviews I'm doing. Is because I want to go back to playing games for leisure. I don't have to review every fucking game and just have my entire time being, I gotta put this one in the review. Like, I want to be able to be like, oh, you know what I haven't played in a while? Red Dead. I want to play some Red Dead. And,
well, it's nice. I mean, yesterday I played some Halo 3.
Yeah, see?
Some custom games and some fucking Jenga.
I was supposed to say, does anyone even play Halo 3 anymore?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I was about to say. I played the shit out of Halo 3. I never got past a certain rank in Halo 3, Scott, because I kept getting kicked out of games.
Because it's impossible?
Well, what was happening is, I wouldn't take, team killing mine down. If someone team killed me, I would come after them like a force, and I would kill them, and then they'd kick me out, and I didn't get any XP from that. So I'd never get past like a captain or whatever. And it kind of started pissing me off, because every other game I was thrown into, I had some team killing prick. And I'm like, you know what, Microsoft? Why do you let him even team kill me in the first place? Or I should say Bungie at the time. Like, you should just not have this be a mechanic. If you're gonna punish people for team killing, don't have it in there. Call of Duty doesn't have it, and guess what? No one team kills, unless you do hardcore. But they still have a mode where you can't team kill. Anyways, yeah, that was kind of my thing. But, starting with what I was talking about, you've seen this actually, people who don't own a next generation console can play this game, but I've been playing the new Strider. For the arcade game, or PSN, depending on what system you have it on.
I haven't played it yet.
Oh yeah, I've been playing that on my PS4. I was having fun at first. It's really old school gaming there. It's kind of a Metrovania type thing where, you have to earn skills to be able to unlock areas to go to here, and then each boss has a specific thing that you have to use to destroy them and all that. And it's side-scrolling, hack and slash. It's fun, but it's a lot like the old school stuff there, Scott, where it is hard as fuck. Like, if you're not you have to be on your toes with this game, because they'll kill you in a second. Like, they'll just, some average enemy can take your ass out if you're not, if you're not jumping around, pressing...
If you're not Master Chief.
Yeah. Honestly, if you're not being your little ninja strider guy like you're supposed to, you'll get your ass kicked. And the game is... Oh, God, dude. I finally got past a boss named Solo, who was kind of a bitch to get around, and I finally got a strategy to beat him. And literally, it was one of those things where my eyes were glued to the screen, and I beat his ass, and I was like, yeah! And then I got to a part where, Scott, if you ever want to stress me out of a game, you'll put timed things where you get hurt doing them. If, kind of timed puzzles, but they're not really... It's all about timing it, basically. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, they have these platforms that keep, if you touch them, you just, you take some damage, you go flying back and stuff. Oh God, I can't get past them, and I actually died, and I was just getting more angry just watching my health bar slowly go down because I kept getting hurt and getting knocked back and starting over with the whole little puzzle thing they got going on. Oh God, if you want me to rage quit a game, you'll put some of those in there because that shit pisses me off when I'm just like, oh, you have to start over now. Up, you get so far, you died, to start over. Up, you can't do it, can you? And it's starting to piss me off, and I'm getting angry. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I mean, that's exactly what happened with me in Castlevania, Lords of Shadow 2, is I was doing the stealth thing where I got caught. They sent my ass back to the beginning because it's just, you got caught, you die. And I'm screaming at my TV, I'm fucking Dracula, motherfucker, I don't get caught. I kill everything. And I'm like, I understand with me, fake screaming at my computer, it sounds like I'm about to cry, but no, I don't shed tears. I never cry over video games. I just get pissed off, take it out, and say, fuck you. Actually,
you do too cry over video games, and you know it.
With Castlevania, Scott, I took an extra step. I took it out, put it in my case, and I threw the case across my room and said, fuck you, asshole. I'm done playing this shit. So that's why you're getting it.
Alright, then.
Yeah. I'll come back. I own it, so I'll come back to it later, but... Yeah, otherwise, I've been playing some Strider. It is a test of skill. It makes me kind of realize sometimes my lack of hard games I play sometimes. It's just like, oh my God, I do not have the best reflexes in the world. I am also a little disappointed in Strider because when people talk about the original Scott, they always talk about some giant gorilla in the first level.
Yeah.
And I'm yet to see anything that crazy. I mean, I fought a giant robotic dragon, and that's about it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was actually kind of a cool boss fight. I would recommend checking it out.
I will.
I want to say it's like $15 on Xbox Live too. So if you ever got a wild hair up your ass, or if you ever want to come over for a play date, I'll let you play. I'll let you get.
I'd be good with a play date.
I'd let you put your dick inside the, PS4, metaphorically speaking.
I
said metaphorically speaking, getting your dick wet by the PS4.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't actually have a disk drive to actually stick your dick in, so.
I don't care. No.
Anyways, let's move on from here, because, why not? Also, I have to reiterate, people, send us something to talk about, if you have requests for us to talk about. Hey, Mr. Nerdbag, Mike, we have not been ignoring you. I'm gonna go back to excuse number one. I've been busy, so I don't really have fucking time to, we'll get the trailer talk of Raid 2 out, but I have to try to find Raid and the other movie you asked us to look at. Like I said, we're not ignoring you. We just gotta have time. I still gotta put out all the other shit we recorded, so it might be a little bit. So
Mr. Brandon, sorry, not to steamroll your ass, but anyway, I found a article about 50 free games that you should play before you die. So I'm gonna.
All right, yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to send that to you, or I'll just put the link on the site.
Yeah, you should put the link somewhere. And, hell, if we got time, I say let's start talking about those, because I'm rather curious on what games I gotta play before I die.
I know.
Anyways, let's go on with our top 10, brought to you by PlayStation 4. Yeah, because that's the ad that's right next to the VG charts. Number 10 is something I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to try. It's Kasaki Hori Mogen Gear.
Mogen Gear. Oh.
It's for the 3DS. It's sold pretty well. This is globally, by the way. I just want to reiterate, this is for global sellers.
Globally?
Hey, global. Number 9 is actually rather interesting because it just came out of fucking nowhere. Knack for the PS4. I'm not aware that people actually started buying Knack all of a sudden, or actually, you know what I believe it is, Scott?
People kept buying PS4s and then it came with it.
Well, no, people can finally buy a PS4 because I was on Amazon and I was looking for seeing what new PS4 games, and I could actually buy a PS4 right now if I didn't already own one. So yeah,
how much are they?
They're $400 like usual. Yeah, so it's just the normal PS4. It doesn't come with a game. Comes with one controller. Basically the unit I bought. So honestly, yeah, people, good news for, I don't know if anyone was, I stopped paying attention once I got the PS4, but yeah, if you're looking for a PS4 now, you could buy one at least on Amazon. I don't know if Walmart or anywhere else sells them right now. I figured Walmart would make a big deal about it because they did when they finally got some Xbox Ones in.
Oh, I know. We have signs on every door that says, we now have Xbox
I know. Like I said, they'd blow their load if they ever got more PS4s in. But Amazon does have some, so, hopefully whoever's listening, go get your ass some PS4s. Anyways, number 8 is, Scott, we did a review of it. It's not quite up yet, but Lego the Movie video game. Or
the
Lego Movie video game. Yeah, for the Xbox 360. That one sold 67,000. I say, yeah, wow, that's pretty good. I'm glad to see some new games being on this list instead of, Call of Duty and shit. That was kind of
and Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, it was a rough month. Dude, the last couple months were a little bit rough because I kept seeing that. So I'm glad to see we got new games, and these literally are all new, so yeah. Number 7 is for the Wii U, out of all things. The one Wii U game to come out in the next 6 months, but Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I've seen some trailers of this, and honestly, if I had a Wii U, I'd probably get it just because it's, Donkey Kong. I mean, who hates Donkey Kong?
Yeah, why the hell do you get a fucking Wii U without Donkey Kong?
Yeah, honestly. And, it looked fine. I don't own a Wii U, and I don't plan on owning one, but, whatever. If you own one, I'd probably say, check it out. Why not? Sold 67,000. That's pretty good. Number 5 and number 6 are rather surprising, Scott. They're both on the Xbox. Xbox One is number 5. Xbox 360 is number 6. But it's
Well, it's not Titanfall.
No, it's not Titanfall. Titanfall is not on this list. I just want to reiterate that. Because this is for March 1st. So Titanfall didn't come out yet. Plants vs. Zombies. Garden Warfare.
Huh. I want to play it still.
I was gonna have us look at it, but at that time we were having Thief come out. I wanted to get Thief. And South Park, I think, it wasn't South Park, but it was Thief and something else oh yeah, you still had, I'm blaming you for the Gamefly thing. You still had the other 2 games, so I only could get one of them, so I was like, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna look at Thief over Plants vs. Zombies, so I
never had 2 other games, I only had,
both.
Final Poop Instinct.
Well, I don't know. Basically, I could only have one out at a time. I don't know if it was you or me, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. That was like a month ago, basically. Or March 1st. Anyways, Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, we didn't look at it, we won't look at it, oh well. Yeah. I didn't think that, I knew a lot of people liked it, and I actually liked the original, but I'm quite surprised on how well this one sold, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it's just because it looks so cool now.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked better. I didn't really see any gameplay on it. Did you see gameplay of this?
I haven't.
Okay. Number 4, also rather surprising. Those Japanese are getting they're getting all over our top 10. But it's for the 3DS. It's Harvest Moon linking the New World. I can't even tell you what the fuck this game is. It's for the 3DS. I don't own one, and I wouldn't probably play this, honestly. So yeah, that's number 4. If you let us know if that game's good. Number 3, a game I actually took off my GameFly list, which makes me laugh. It's for the PlayStation 3. It's exclusive to the PlayStation 3. It's Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. You know what? You know why I took this off my list there, Scott?
Because JRPG?
It is JRPG. It's a JRPG. But also, It is number 13 in the games. I read the description of this game. It's like number 13 in the series of the Tales of Symphonia. I probably am pronouncing that completely wrong. I think it's Symphony. Yeah, I feel like an idiot.
Symphonia.
Symphonia. Yeah, I think it is Symphony. Goddamn. It's okay. It's only being broadcast to the world. Anyways, Tales of Symphonia Chronicles. It's...
You stupid. The World Wide Web isn't worldwide.
Well, there's parts of the world that never get it. I doubt anyone from our North Korean fans. I can make fun of them because none of them will ever hear it or understand what I'm saying. Anyways, yes. There's 13 games in this series. Honestly, that's worse than Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors, last year we checked that out and reviewed it. They were only up to number 8. This is up to number 13. So I say, fuck you, I'm not jumping in on number 13 of your series. That's like, that'd be like if we jumped in like a Final Fantasy game, the third one that's number 13, which really like almost number like 17. I don't know.
It's worse than that.
I don't know. I really don't know what their actual number of Final Fantasies are up to. I don't know. I was just saying they got to be up to 20 or close to it. And number 1 and number 2 is rather surprising that they're on the next gen consoles, but they're the same game. What is it, Scott?
The Sims?
No, yes, The Sims. No, it's Thief. Thief. Xbox One and PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 greatly outselling the Xbox One version. PS4 has 259,000, while the Xbox One only had 159,000. So PS4 greatly outselling it. I'm quite amazed that more people own the PS4 than the Xbox One, being that, to my knowledge, you're able to get an Xbox One more than you could PS4 for a long time. But I don't know. Maybe more people are just saying, like, having the Nick mentality where he says, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the PS4. I'm not buying an Xbox One. I don't care. So I figure that's what it is. But anyways, yeah, Thief is selling. You know what's quite amazing about this, though? There, Scott? Thief.
Amazingness?
Amazingness, yes. Thief and Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 came out the same week. Lords of Shadow 2 is not even on this list. Yeah, no one gave a fuck about that game. And honestly, after playing it, I can kind of see why. I know. Don't worry, you're not falling on a big cross here. I'm not making you play like the Rambo video game there, Scott, so.
Sure.
No one's playing that. I'm not even playing that fucking game. We're gonna not look at that one, because I have better things to use my gameplay on than that.
Because, fuck it.
Yeah, because it's made by the same guys who made Heavy Fire Shattered Spear, and I don't feel like checking out their games anymore. Anyways, yeah, Thief doing well. Honestly, a little bit I played of it. I could probably see why. Nick played all the way through the end. He really dug it. Scott was gonna play it, but the Grandmaster of the Grandmaster of the Bloody Screen podcast said, nah, I don't think he needs to. Shit, I really should have done the USA one. Oh well. I just clicked on USA sellers, and guess what week it is? March 8th. We could have talked about South Park's Stick of Truth. Real quick, people. March 8th, USA top sellers. South Park's Stick of Truth is number 1.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty damn good game. And honestly, the rest of the list is no different. So anyways, yeah, that's our top 10 brought to you by Infamous Second Son, which will be coming out 2 weeks from now. I'm excited.
I was going to say herpes, but whatever, that works.
It'll be presented by herpes too. But anyways, let's get into some news. So I understand this news does not apply to you there, Scott. But for people who are going to own a PS4 and people who, basically for people who own a PS4 and currently own a PS3, we've talked about the PlayStation Now. So, PlayStation Now network, it's in the beta. Well, it's official. Someone took I'm looking at a screenshot right now. They're going to have video game rentals. Digital video game renting. So basically, it's gonna, from what I've seen on the screenshot here, you can rent it from a day, 7 days, or a month. And,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so you get 3 different versions. Right now they're showing Catherine. It all says free. So I don't really know if they're gonna have free rentals, which would be, I don't know. Isn't that just kind of like what they do with the trial thing for the most part? Anyway.
That sounds like it, yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing video game rentals, and I think that's really fucking awesome. And the beta right now, I'm reading into the article a little bit more. The beta right now, everything is marked as free, so if you're one of the PlayStation Now betas, you can just, basically you're playing those games for free. But honestly, their rental service does not apply to me there, Scott, because I have GameFly. So, I mean, granted it's actually cheaper to have GameFly than it would be to use the rental service for them. Because if you just think about it, you can have 4 games at a time for $30 a month. For this one, granted you can rent any game because it's all digital, but you're still paying per game. So it's kind of more like, in my opinion, this is going to be more like a Blockbuster type thing. Instead of like a Netflix thing. Now, to my knowledge, you could do, PlayStation Now is still doing that thing where if you have some subscription with them, no one knows if it's going to be the Plus or if it's going to be its own thing, where it's going to be like a Netflix, essentially. They just have a large list of PS1, PS2, PS3 games, and you can just play them all to your leisure, which I honestly say that is the coolest fucking thing in my head. I am rather curious on how it's going to work, but we'll find out. I don't know. Would this be something you would want to get, say if, because I know you're kind of a Microsoft fan. If Microsoft was doing this, would you shell out, say, $30 a month for like a Xbox Netflix type hybrid thing?
It sounds good in theory. The only thing about it is that it's going to be expensive as balls.
Oh yeah, I don't see this being like an $8 a month thing like, Amazon or, not Amazon, Netflix or Hulu or something. I see this being like kind of what I pay for GameFly currently with 4 games at a time, I see this being a $30 plus a month just to play these games, which I'm going to say it, and I may not be, people may be like, oh, I don't know, that sounds expensive. That's a really good fucking deal. If you think about how much you actually spend on video games and how often you actually go back to those video games, I mean, unless you really like the game, you don't go back to certain ones. Like, let me put an example. Darksiders, for me. Darksiders, the first one. I bought it because it was cheap, and I played all the way through it. Honestly, I have no reason to ever go back to that game, though. I don't really, I have it sitting on my shelf right now. I'm like, I have no reason to ever want to go back and play this. And I feel like it's such a rip-off to trade in games, so it's kind of a cool thing. I'm a big fan of the rental services. I kind of almost wish I can get GameFly to sponsor us because how much I kind of refer them.
Right, that'd be cool.
Like, if I could get GameFly and, like, Taco Bell, how often we mention them on our show, I mean, that would be awesome. Just, I don't know. I almost want to write into GameFly, like, I mention you a lot, and we get, like, 50 people visit our site, so...
50 whole people.
Yeah, 50 whole people might actually use your rental service, sir, if they're over the age of 18 and have, like,
parental guidance.
Well, basically, you have to have a credit card, and you can only get one if you're over the age of 18, so you have to, or your mom and dad could get it for you, but I don't know, if your parents are anything like mine were, they would never do that for me. They'd be like, no, I'll give you a game once for Christmas, and, if you want more, you better, do some chores around the house or get really good grades or something,
Right?
Yeah, my parents would never do that. I knew a kid in high school that had GameFly, and I was so jealous of him. He'd only had like one game out at a time, but it still was like, oh, dude, you get to play so many games! I get to be stuck playing fucking Halo until I can scrounge enough money to buy another $20 game. I don't know. And now that I have a job and all that, and, sometimes I piss my money away, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's just like, well, fuck, I'll
yeah, me too.
Anyways, yeah. I'm kind of, I'm interested in that. Have you you've seen the Witcher games, right? Scott?
Yeah.
First of all, Scott, Witcher 2 is dirt fucking cheap now, so I'd recommend go spend $8, find it on Amazon or whatnot, because that is, or hell, fuck it, I'll let you borrow it, I don't really give a shit. But anyways, it's a fantastic fucking game, and it'll get you even more excited for Witcher 3. But, sad news for people who are fans of Witcher, the Witcher series. Witcher 3 just got pushed back to February of 2015.
Nice.
They didn't really have an official release date to begin with, so I don't really know how it's delayed. But they said it was supposed to come out in 2014, but now they officially have it set for 2015. And I say I'd rather have the February 2015 than the TBD, because I fucking hate TBD, Scott. I really do. I'm just like, give me a date so I can get excited, because TBD just means like, well, eventually.
Meh, kinda.
I know. Sometime. I actually, you'd be happy to hear that Watch Dogs, this isn't all a news thing, but Watch Dogs got pushed forward
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it was. Yes, it was supposed to come out in June 30th, but now it's coming out May 27th. So I'm like,
nice.
Fuck yeah, sooner I get my hands on Watch Dogs, the better. Hell, I just saw a new trailer of it today watching The Walking Dead, and I was like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm buying that on my PS4.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're almost going like South Park chef status. Oh yeah, baby.
I actually found out why he quit.
Oh, because he's dead?
No, well yeah, why they killed him. I found out why.
Because the actor who plays him is dead.
No, because they made fun of Scientology, so he couldn't be a part of it anymore. Because he was a Scientologist.
Really?
Yeah.
I also heard he died.
Never heard that.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I forget who his name is. I forget the guy's name who plays the chef. But I did not know that. Really? He was a Scientologist? And I remember the Scientology episode that made fun of it. And
yeah.
That's crazy.
And for the one where the Super Adventure Club, the whole reason it actually sounds super brainwashed is because they only use clips from like the first season that they had him with.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's it's hard. Anyways, Witcher 3 delayed 2015, and that is rather interesting, sir. Titanfall. Let's talk about Titanfall. So, I knew about Titanfall having an Xbox 360 version, but apparently a lot of people didn't.
Why is that?
Microsoft, essentially, and Respawn, they weren't talking about it. Like, if you saw trailers to it, they never really said 360. They were really touting the Xbox One, basically they were trying to use it as a console seller. But for people who don't know, and this is just another one of the short stories we got. It's, the 360 version isn't coming out till the 25th.
Yeah.
And so, yes, that is why we aren't covering it for a while. Because none of us own an Xbox One, we all own an Xbox 360, so.
I'm extremely tempted to buy one though, because I got a decent amount for my taxes.
Oh, nice. I got a decent amount. Honestly, Scott, I was in that boat too. I was like, oh fuck, I can buy an Xbox One and still have some money, like a little bit over, like a couple hundred left over.
Well, that was my whole thing. I was just like, Xbox or better computer? Xbox, better computer.
Mine is saving for a trip because I'm going out of town, so I'm like.
I am too, though. I'm going in Texas.
Oh, me too. And I will be like a week before you leave too.
True, actually.
It kind of sucks though that you and I won't be there because I'll be visiting Austin as well. And that'd be awesome. I'd be like, hey, let's go see Scott real quick. And Scott, you are in Austin as well as me.
Yep, exactly.
Except for we're driving, I'm flying out to Oklahoma because it's a hell of a lot cheaper to fly out there than it is just to fly out to Texas. And to drive from Oklahoma to Texas. But anyways, that is my personal life that you don't need to know about. Anyways, yes, Titanfall, they basically, it was just saying how Microsoft was, they were speculating how Titanfall was going to perform on the 360 system over the Xbox One, because of course the Xbox One is going to look better. Probably the game was designed for the Xbox One, so the Xbox 360 version, we'll see.
I've actually already seen first-hand gameplay of it.
Oh, have you? I've been trying to avoid it. I've been trying to avoid gameplay of it just so when we do a bloody time of Titanfall, I could be pleasantly surprised and I don't have to be like, oh.
Well, no, like it's not even that. Like, you know how apparently my roommates have a friend with a fucking Xbox One that he's just so ready to give away somehow.
You guys want to borrow it? Don't you?
Right, that's pretty much what it is. Like every few days I'll come home and they're playing something fucking else on the One. I'm like, what? But anyway, I guess he let them borrow it this week and he had fucking Titanfall. It's just like, dude, this came out like yesterday. What the fuck?
I don't understand your friend's friend because I really don't. Honestly, Scott, if I got a new game for my PS4, I wouldn't be like, hey Nick, you want to borrow this now?
Right, I'd be like, I'm gonna play the fuck out of this first, then you get it.
I'm gonna be selfish as fuck. Honestly, I'm that guy where no one gets to borrow my PS4 because, fuck, that thing is expensive. I'm not risking someone being like, oh, sorry dude, I dropped it on the stairs. It broke. Sorry.
I found out that it really doesn't like margaritas.
I know. I found out putting peanut butter in a disk drive doesn't work. And I was thinking it was going to heat up the peanut butter, but it didn't.
So it'd be easier to spread on my PB&J.
Exactly. So yeah, I like, not that I would assume anyone would do that. I don't really even care to transport consoles that much. Like, I've done it a couple of times, but I'm not big on, like, unplugging everything. It's kind of just a hassle, really. Just, unplug it from the back of the TV and from the wall, wrap everything up. It just becomes a hassle, so I just don't move my consoles. They just sit where they're at, and collect dust. Anyways, back to CD Projekt, who are the makers of The Witcher. Just because The Witcher 3 got delayed, which I still don't count that as a delay because they didn't really have an official release date. Yeah, they're just saying it's not going to affect Cyberpunk 2077. Have you seen the trailer to this?
I have never heard of it.
Cyberpunk 2077, the trailer does not tell me dick about this, except for it is a
Cyberpunk game.
Yeah, Cyberpunk game. Exactly. But it's going to be violent as fuck. It's going to be in good hands because CD Projekt is an amazing developer from what I've seen. They're the new guys on the block who, they're getting good, they're getting well in with the, people. And honestly, I'm going to try to get a review copy of The Witcher 3 and even Cyberpunk 2077 because I was hearing from a source who was also pretty small. They got a review copy of Witcher 2 just by saying they run a website and they're just like, oh, okay, here you go. Like, they don't need it. They didn't need to prove their numbers or anything. They just sent them a review copy. And I'm like,
that's cool.
That sounds awesome. I'm going to try to get a review copy. Because, I would never dream about going to EA and saying, like, hey, can I get a review copy of Battlefield 4? Because they'd be like, hey, what's your numbers? Oh, only a couple hundred a day? Get
you
the
had
fuck
like
out
6,000 total? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. They would laugh me out of that email. They would send me an email of just ha 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 ha. Oh god. They'd send me a picture of them with tears in their eyes from laughing so hard. So,
with an attached soundbite.
With an attached, exactly. So I am not that ballsy to ever even try to get review copies, but from CD Projekt, I'll try. I'll be like, hey guys, I will, I promote your shit enough by saying how much I love your, one game you actually made. Or your 2 games you made. And so I like, those are my favorite games ever, so how about we, I promote you. So I got a few emails to write, folks, as you can probably hear. I got to write to Gamefly, Taco Bell, CD Projekt, who else we talk about a lot?
Walmart.
Yeah, oh god. Yeah, we do mention them quite a bit, though.
We bitch about them quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't think we can get them to sponsor us. We don't really talk highly of them.
It's worth a shot, you dick.
But it's not CD. Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be like a Cyberpunk RPG. That sounds awesome to me. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited for that. I don't know about you, Scott, but I don't know if that concept excites you. I'm a big fan of RPGs, so.
I'm not too much of an RPG person, but it's something that I have played before, so.
Really? I don't know. You're more the shooter fan, aren't you?
I'm more shooting and racing and such.
I'm glad you're the racing fan. And speaking of racing, Scott, granted this wouldn't really, apply to you, but, in case you were going to get a PS4, this would
Drive Club?
Yeah, Drive Club got delayed.
Sweet!
Yeah, and I kind of realized that because it was on our list of shit to check out, as in shit to check out, shit for me to check out. But yeah, they were supposed to come out in April or something, if I remember correctly. And
that is one thing I don't enjoy though, is a bunch of fucking clones.
Oh god. Well, Drive Club, I'm not gonna lie, Drive Club does not look any different from Gran Turismo, Forza, Midnight Club. It doesn't look any different from those. It's just another racing game where it looks all pretty, and it's more car porn from what I saw. They were announcing different stuff you can do, like, oh, you can race against your friends without them actually being there. I was like, well, that's kind of a cool idea.
That's kind of Forza 5 as well, just saying.
Jesus Christ.
No, because your character's always on, it's always racing, so it's really another clone.
Jesus Christ. Okay, you just shut down the one argument I had of why that game is different. Now it's a fucking clone.
Yep, pretty much.
Also, it doesn't help me out at all because I have a grand total 4 friends on my PSN, and I'm waiting for my other friends to make the switch when they're the ones that have decided to go PlayStation 4, so that way I can actually play with people online. Because I don't, as much as I love playing with you strangers out there, I would rather play with people I know. But yeah, I also have one problem with the new PS4 is it constantly decides that it wants to it's always in the option that it wants to record stuff for me, and I don't want it to record anything, ever. And I'm just, it'll randomly appear up saying, this scene can't be recorded. I'm like, good thing I'm not trying to record anything, fucker.
But Xbox, record that!
I know. Well, thank God I don't have to worry about someone watching me. You know, sometimes I like playing video games with my pants off, so they want to look at my schlong.
Oh, I know. I can hear you playing with your elephant right now.
Actually, that's my goddamn squeaky chair that constantly every 2 weeks needs more WD-40 on it because I bought this chair at
Walmart?
Yeah! And it's a piece of shit. So...
How about my chair at American Furniture?
I wish I would have bought it at a furniture store where it was smart. But this was like, this was a $40 chair. It's like, oh, that's a pretty good deal for a nice office chair.
Mine was about $50, honestly.
See, like I said, whatever.
God damn it.
I know.
No, like, I'm playing fucking Battlefield, because as is the norm, I'm playing games while we're talking about games.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm playing fucking Battlefield, and we're playing Rush, but these guys shut us down in the first fucking round, but no. Now they're fucking coming after us, and we're almost dead.
Since you bring up Battlefield, Scott, I just want to mention, Battlefield 4, one of my favorite multiplayer maps is that prison one where everyone somehow always gets bundled into that one area, and it's just a fucking bloodbath where everyone's just sitting on one side of the wall, just and I was just like, why doesn't everyone try to go around? And I try to go around, there's like one dude hanging out, going, I'm like, God damn it.
It is the shotgun's best friend.
Oh god, dude, it's always like, anytime I spawn, I always chuck my grenade through, I'm like, I hope I hit something. But yeah, I have so much fun with that map. It's the only map there I really feels like a war zone because it's just bodies everywhere. It's just constant explosions and shooting. I can't wait to re-get that game for my PlayStation 4 because it was so much fun.
I love this game.
Single player was dick on toast. It was like, if you had a nice piece of buttered toast, someone just stuck their dick on it. You're like, what the fuck?
I need to play it still.
Don't. You don't really need to. It was boring as hell, and then halfway through the story, it just literally stopped. It stopped working on me, and then I had to restart the whole mission over, and I said, fuck you, I'm going to online, and I had a blast with the online. But, my last and final news story I got for us. So, Angry Birds, you a fan?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, you knew about their animated film coming out, 2016?
I know about their little short films.
Yeah, well, they're kind of making it. But anyways, they have a new game called Angry Birds Epic, and no idea what this is going to come out on. They don't really say, the article at least doesn't say. But there's one thing I want to reiterate, or not reiterate, but mention here. It's an RPG. It's going to be an Angry Birds medieval RPG. Let that sink in, people. Let that sink in. The game that is based off of just one motion, aim, fire, that's all you do, is now going to try to have a story to it.
Awesome.
I don't give... Okay, Angry Bird... honestly, who's paying for Angry Birds? Who wants to play Angry Birds that much? I downloaded the free version, Angry Birds Star Wars. I never even finished it because I decided I'm no longer using my phone for video games. It doesn't work properly. I don't like using my thumbs anymore. I don't like touchscreens that much.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand people are like, oh, you want to pay attention for it as a touchscreen. That's different. It still has buttons. But a touchscreen only thing, I don't know, I don't like it. And honestly, if they make this for the, phone, it's not going to work at all. No RPG works well on a phone. I don't know. I've tried, believe me. I've tried to make RPGs work. Dual stick shooters don't even work well on phones. You know what works well on phones there, Scott?
Tetris?
Not really. No, Tetris, I don't know. Maybe I'm an old school Tetris guy who I do way better with buttons.
Yeah, true.
Because I played it on my touchscreen phone one time, and it was just not working for me. I'd be like, no, I didn't say go down really fast. I was trying to get it in position. What really works well on phones is basically Angry Birds, where the entire game is based off of swiping.
Yeah.
And Fruit Ninja. Fruit Ninja works well on phones too. Yeah. I do not want to see an RPG. I wish they weren't making this game. I want it to go away now. Honestly, it's like them releasing Angry Birds on the console. I immediately think, who paid for this? Who is paying to play Angry Birds? I mean, granted, I'll understand. I will use this one argument against my own self of saying, well, maybe, just maybe, if someone wanted to, do Angry Birds on their Kinect or something, you just move your hand and you go, and it flings the bird and it destroys everything. You're like, yay!
Yeah.
Because you don't want to play real video games. I don't know.
You want to play games for 10-year-olds?
Not even. That's insulting to 10-year-old gamers, Scott. 10-year-old gamers, I mean, granted, a lot of them are really into Minecraft, because I've actually, believe it or not, I have a friend of mine, I went over to his house, and he had his little brother who wanted to hang out with the older people, and he showed up in his room, and we were like, oh, what's going on, buddy? And he's like, oh, I want to hang out with you guys. And we're like, okay, we're not assholes, we're not gonna say, get out, nerd! We're playing video games ourselves. But he, his little brother just wouldn't stop talking about Minecraft, and that's all he plays. And I was like, you know what, if I was 10, I didn't get a lot of video games, I would probably play a lot of Minecraft too.
Yeah.
But I'm not 10, and I play a lot of video games, and I own a lot of them, and I'm not going to touch Minecraft because I got stuff that's built to have stories and, graphics that are more than like 16-bit.
Well, with the...
I should say 64, it's not 16.
With Minecraft, though, it's... A lot of people can make custom shit, and then they make their own stories.
I understand that. I understand the creativity. I'm not that creative of a human being.
I'm not either. Well, actually, I am. I am, but I'm not a very good story person.
I'm not really good. Let's put it this way. I have creative ideas for, I still want to get our stupid short film things going off.
We need to. This summer, that'll be fun as shit.
This summer, we both have Fridays off. We can fucking, or even the spring when it starts getting nicer, we don't have to worry about cold weather or anything.
Oh, I know.
I want to get some of this shit off the ground because we've had a hell of a lot of funny ideas.
And I can do special effects,
You got special effects. You got the cameras. You even do you have audio equipment as well, or do we have to invest in some audio equipment?
I do not have any.
Well, we might have to check out to see how we sound on the camera. If not, we might have to get some audio stuff, and we might need to get a couple of crew members, like some people that are willing to help us out with our little fun in this.
Yeah.
Just so, we could actually have more than just one person being like, oh, I'm behind the camera, and one person saying, I'm doing this stupid thing. We need more people. We
just have to have Nick, actually have Fridays fucking off.
Yes, we need to convince him to have Fridays off, because, I don't know. He's not, from what he told me he got on his tax return, and I was like, I don't even understand how that's possible, sir. But we'll talk about that off air because I don't want people to actually know how much Nick got off his tax return.
Yeah, that's
no one's business. That's no one's business, but people he tells.
Yeah.
Anyways, that is our show. Please send us. We didn't get any questions today. I'm not saying that you need to ask us what's your favorite video game? Because that's it's whatever. Just fucking send us anything. I'll read comments off the air. It's not really a question. It's just comments. So comment more, people. I don't want us to, don't just be like, I understand that YouTube's kind of an asshole, but you can always go to Facebook. You already got a Facebook. Everyone has a fucking Facebook. I know one person who doesn't. Actually, I know two people who don't.
I know a couple as well.
Yeah, but anyways, yeah, I want more interaction from you folks, because, that's what kind of makes this all worth doing it. Honestly, for me anyways. I don't know about everyone else. I mean, I don't have the Nick mentality who's like, no, I don't want to hear from everybody. I still want you guys to start to address him more often than not, because I want him to be on the show, and if people start talking shit to him, because, he has fun being an internet troll anyways. But anyways, that is it, everybody.
Well, I have one more thing for your consideration.
Okay.
What do you call a large pile of cats?
I don't know.
A meowton.
God damn. We're ending on this.
Yes, we are.
All right. If you hate his joke, please let us know in the comments section.